This video is either for homeowners who have tenants in their property and are looking to sell, or tenants who are living in a property and the owner of the property, the landlord, is selling the property. So what I want to talk about today is what to do. What are the real restrictions with selling a house, showings, and all that? And in basic, the shortest answer I can give you is that tenants are tied to the property, not the owner in Florida. And what that means is that if you have a written lease, you have to finish up that lease. You are legally obligated to that lease. So even if you're a new person who is buying the property and there's tenants in there and there's an active lease, you have to follow those rules of the lease. Obviously, this is not legal advice. Go ahead, seek your legal counsel to get that. But in Florida, this is what we see over and over. So I'm going to share here my screen. I always like to share the screen so you can see that this is information that is research, not just come up. The right of the landlord to sell a tenant-occupied property. Generally, the landlord owns the home and can sell the property at any time. It's his property. The counter right is that the tenant will have the right to live in the property if there is a new owner for as long as the lease is active. So upon the expiration of the lease, you can renegotiate, you can give them notice to leave. There's so many different things you can do. And this is Florida. This isn't everywhere. So the more you look into it, you can see that as well. And then you can see how much notice does a landlord have to give when selling a property in Florida, 15 days. However, in a situation where there's no long-term lease agreement and the property is rented month to month, things get trickier. In Florida, the landlord is only required to give 15 days notice that the month-to-month lease will not be renewed, whether due to sale of the property or any other valid reason. Also, written, because they're going to say, you didn't give me notice, it was a different day, all this stuff. Make sure you always give written notice, posted, formal, email, cover your bases. Because this is a topic that with a couple of my clients, they currently have tenants in them. And when they're selling, either the tenants don't want to leave, there's no monthly lease, and now they're going back and forth. And they're telling the owners, hey, you're outside of your rights, you can't do this. And there's a lot of different factors that could affect that. So just make sure that you do your proper due diligence and are able to protect yourself with your property, and you're able to sell it, rent it, peace of mind, and not get into any legal issues. All right, until next time.